Hey folks, welcome to Medicare 101. My name is Randy Bond with Bond Insurance Solutions based out of Fort Smith, Arkansas. I'm so glad that you're joining us today. If you're here, you're probably getting ready to come onto Medicare, or you've been on Medicare and you're just trying to figure out a little better way how Medicare works and how you can maybe save some money as you're doing that. Whatever your reason is, I'm glad you're here and hope we can answer some questions. We know Medicare can be confusing, and that's why we put together a series of videos that we hope will help to better explain how Medicare works, what the costs are, and how you can take full advantage of your Medicare benefits. So today is part one, and we are looking at when and how to sign up for Medicare. So let's pull this screen up here, and we will get started on part one of Medicare 101, when and how do I enroll? First thing that we need to know is who is eligible for Medicare. Medicare is available to you when you are turning 65 years old. That is your enrollment time. Now, in order to qualify for Medicare, you do need to be a U.S. citizen or a legal resident for at least 5 consecutive years. Now, there are some people on Medicare or eligible for Medicare under age 65. Under certain special circumstances, like they've been diagnosed with end-stage renal disease or on Social Security disability. Generally, when you're on Social Security disability, you qualify automatically for Medicare after 24 months of being on disability. So when can you enroll? Well, the magic date is the month that you're turning age 65. So if that is you, you're getting close to turning 65, happy early birthday to you. Welcome to Medicare. Hope that it's a great transition for you. So when you're turning 65, Medicare gives you a 7-month window that you can sign up for Medicare and sign up for certain types of Medicare plans, like a Medicare Advantage and a Part D prescription drug plan. We'll talk about those in more detail in another video. But right now, what you need to understand is that you've got your initial enrollment, and it's centered around the month that you're turning 65. And so they give you the 3 months before that and the 3 months after that that you can sign up and choose to go into Medicare Parts A and B and sign up for certain types of plans. So let's use Bob as an example. Let's say Bob is turning 65 on July 30th. That means that Bob's initial enrollment period stretches all the way from April 1st all the way to October 31st. That means that any time from April 1st to October 31st, Bob can sign up for Medicare, and he can sign up for Medicare plans like a Medicare Advantage and a prescription drug plan. So that means that as early as April 1st, Bob can go ahead and contact Social Security and get signed up for Medicare, and even set up his Part D plan or sign up for a Medicare Advantage plan at that time. Now, if you sign up in April, May, or June, then the effective date would be on the 1st of July. So even though Bob's birthday is not until the 30th of July, his initial enrollment period starts on the 1st of April, and his Medicare will become effective on the 1st of July, the month that he's turning 65. Now, if he waits until after July, so in August, September, or October to sign up, his Medicare would go into effect on the 1st of the following month. So for instance, if he signed up in September, then his Medicare would go into effect on October 1st. So that's important to consider. If you are not working, don't have group benefits, or don't plan on working past age 65, that you could possibly have a lapse in some kind of insurance coverage if you're not signing up in advance. So word to the wise is take advantage of those 3 months before, if that's the time frame that you need, to go ahead and sign up and get all things ready for you, so that you have on the 1st of the month that you're turning 65, all your Medicare in place that's needed. So what can you do during your initial enrollment time? Again, you can enroll in Medicare Parts A and B, or you can enroll in Part A only and put off enrolling in Part B until you retire later on. So you can defer your Part B enrollment. You don't have to sign up for that if you have creditable coverage. Now, during that initial enrollment period, that 7-month time frame, you can enroll in a Medicare Advantage plan or a Part D prescription drug plan. We'll talk in more detail about those in another video, so watch for that there. Now, here's just something to be aware of that a lot of people are not aware of, and that is Medicare does have a couple of penalties. That if you do not sign up for certain Medicare type things, benefits, when you are able to, when you're first able to, you could face a penalty. So for instance, if you don't sign up for Part B, when you have that initial enrollment period and you don't have creditable coverage, meaning group benefits, VA benefits, or tribal benefits, then you try to sign up at a later time, Medicare will assess or add on to your monthly premium a 10% penalty for each portion of a year that you did not sign up for Medicare Part B and you were first eligible to. So if a person waited 2 years to sign up for Part B, so they turned 65, they thought, I'm not going to do that right now. And then at 67, they go ahead and sign up at that point. That is a 10% per year penalty. He waited 2 years. And so that would be 20% added on to that monthly premium for Part B. So let's try to avoid that if we can and sign up for Medicare when we are able to. Likewise, on Part D, that's prescription drug coverage. If you don't sign up for Part D plan when you're first eligible, and if you do not have creditable coverage, meaning your group benefits don't have the kind of coverage for prescriptions that Medicare would like you to have, then you could face a penalty for your Part D coverage as well. This is where I most often see people getting penalized. They're turning 65, they're not taking any medications, or the medication they're taking is very cheap. And so they think, I'll just pay cash until the time that I'm really starting to need that. Well, Medicare doesn't really want you to do that. And so they try to discourage that by assessing a 1% penalty per month that you did not sign up for a Medicare Part D prescription plan when you were first able to. So, you know, a couple of people that I've encountered had actually put off for 10 years getting a Part D plan. And so when they came to me, now they're having to take some expensive medication and they wanted to get that. 10 times 12 is 120. So they were going to be looking at paying a monthly premium for their Part D prescription drug plan plus 120% penalty on top of the premium. Now that penalty is calculated on the average cost of a prescription drug plan, which is right now roughly $35. So 120% of $35 added onto that, that was turning into quite a bit of penalty that was being added on there. So their monthly, what they were having to pay was going to be extraordinary for their Part D prescription drug plan. You can find Part D prescription drug plans for fairly inexpensively now. And so I would just encourage you that if you're turning 65, you're not going to have group benefits, you're not going to have prescription drug coverage, go ahead and sign up for a Part D prescription drug plan when you're turning 65 and you've got that initial enrollment period. So just a special note here, you're going to be signing up for Medicare through the Social Security office, but you don't have to sign up for Medicare and Social Security at the same time. Let me move this down. Hopefully that'll clear that up for you. Now, when you're turning 65, that's when you're eligible for Medicare. Medicare is 65 always, unless you've got the special situation or you're on disability. But for the normal working person, 65 is when you're qualifying for Medicare. Now, Social Security, it used to be 65 was the full retirement age. So back in the day, people would sign up for their Medicare and they'd sign up for their Social Security at the same time. Well, now they've extended that full retirement age out a little bit further. So if you're born in 1955, then your full retirement age is 66 and 2 months. If you're born in 1956, it's 66 and 4 months. And that just keeps going up 2 months each year until people are, I think, born in 1960, and then it's 67 for everyone else at that point to reach the full retirement age. Now, because of that, you may be signing up for Medicare when you're turning 65 and you're waiting to start drawing your Social Security until you reach that full retirement age so you get 100% of your benefit. And so that may be a year and 2 months, a year and a half that you've got a gap between You're starting Medicare and starting your Social Security if you're doing it that way. Now you can still start receiving your Social Security at age 62, but if you do that, you're going to have a permanently reduced benefit on your retirement benefit for the rest of your life. Now you can wait even further, all the way up to age 70, to start receiving your Social Security benefits. And then if you wait past your full retirement age, each little bit that you go beyond your full retirement age up to age 70, then they're going to increase your benefit. Now, there is no reason to wait past the month that you're turning 70 to sign up for Social Security. It doesn't keep increasing after that, unless for some kind of tax reason you needed to do that. You just need to talk to your financial advisor about that. So let's continue on here. How do you sign up for Medicare? You sign up through Medicare through Social Security. So that's the office that you're going to be working with. So if you are turning 65 and you're already receiving Social Security benefits, so you started taking your benefits early, or you're on Social Security benefits, Social Security disability, excuse me, you're going to be automatically enrolled. Now, when you are enrolled, you do have the opportunity to opt out. So you may be receiving your Social Security benefits, but you're still planning on working some, and you got group benefits, and so you want to defer your Part B, you can do that. Just know that if you're receiving Social Security benefits, they're going to automatically enroll you. You'll get your Medicare card in the mail. You don't have to do anything. But if you don't want to get Part B right away because it has a monthly premium and you have other benefits elsewhere, then there's a form that they're going to send with that card that you can send back to Social Security and just tell them that you'd like to opt out of Part B until a later date. And you don't have to specify that date. You just let them know that you're going to be maybe enrolling later. Now, if you're turning 65 and you're not yet receiving Social Security benefits, then you'll need to you need to reach out to Social Security in order to enroll in Parts A and or B, whichever you need to do at that point. Always a wise thing that if you are receiving group benefits, you've got a job that you've got insurance through, it's always good to contact your benefits administrator and ask them, hey, I'm turning 65, I'm coming onto Medicare, do I need both A and B for our plan, or do I just need Part A? Now, if you just need Part A, then you can just go ahead and sign up for Part A and everything is good. There's no premium for Part A, and so you can go ahead and do that, and that kind of helps out. But some plans do want you to go ahead and be on Part B right away. So you do need to talk to your benefits administrator to find out before you're contacting Social Security if you need both A and B or just A at that point. Now, if you're planning on retiring when you turn 65, go ahead and, if you need to, sign up for Parts A and B, but you'll just contact Medicare to do that. How can you contact them? You can actually sign up online at ssa.gov/benefits/Medicare. When you go to that site, there's going to be a little button right there that says sign up for Medicare. And it's actually signing up for Medicare only. So you're not signing up for Social Security benefits. You'll do that at another point if you wanted to do that. But that link right there will take you to where you can just sign up for Medicare. If you prefer to call, here's the 800 number that you can call. Understand you need to have some time that you can wait for someone. It does take a while to get through. You can, now this is being recorded during the coronavirus thing, and so some offices are still closed. But if you're watching this and the Social Security office is open locally, you can go and apply in person. Now, I'll leave the link down below for this, and even the links for the forms so that you can find those pretty easily. If you're signing up for Medicare Part B, when you're retiring at some time past age 65, then there is a form that your employer will need to fill out, as well as a form that you will need to fill out as well. But you can find both of those in the links down below. What if you are planning on working past age 65? So if you're working past 65, you can enroll in A and B, or you can enroll in just Part A if you want to. So you do have the choice of delaying enrolling in Part B if you have creditable coverage elsewhere. Now, those are the two important words. Just write those down, because when you talk to your benefits administrator, those are the two words that you need to ask them. Is the coverage that we have here creditable coverage for Medicare? Because if it's not creditable coverage and you put off enrolling in Part B later, and you got an insurance plan that's not up to snuff for Medicare standards and it's not creditable coverage, you would have that Part B penalty assessed to you. So always, always, always talk to your benefit administrator first before you're talking to Social Security or talking to me. So when you do defer your Part B enrollment, you're going to be asked for a copy of the creditable coverage letter. That's going to be required by Social Security so that you do not get that Part B penalty. And that's what we want to try to avoid here. So keep good records, check with your benefit administrator, make sure you've got the creditable coverage, and then find out, do I need both A and B? So those are the three key pieces when you're getting ready to retire or thinking about working and retiring past age 65. Now let's talk about when you actually retire. So now you're 67, you're 68, whenever it is, or you've just waited until you turn 66 in 2 months. Whatever point that is past your initial enrollment period for Medicare, then you're eligible for a special enrollment period at that point. That means that Medicare gives you an opportunity that you can sign up for Medicare, you can sign up for Medicare plans, you can sign up for a Medicare supplement, you can get that Part D prescription drug plan just like you were turning age 65. So it's like a second turning 65. So you're having your retirement party, you're blowing out the candles on the retirement cake, and you have that opportunity. Now that special enrollment period is not unlimited. It's only for 63 days after your employer-sponsored coverage ends. So you need to take advantage of that and work quickly. Most people that we work with that are getting ready to retire, we're working in advance so that everything is set up so that when their group benefits end, they've already got their Medicare in place and there's no gap in the coverage. Worst thing that could happen is you retire and you have to put off enrolling in Medicare and your Medicare plan. And in that interim time, because you just put off and waited to the end of that 63 days and you had 2 months without any kind of coverage and you had some kind of major event happen, that's all going to be on you. So let's work in advance and make sure that you've got what you need. Now, if you are looking at enrolling in a Medicare Advantage plan or Medicare supplement, you would need both A and B in order to do that. So just know that you do have an opportunity later on. You can put off Part B if you have creditable coverage, and Medicare gives you a 63-day window in which to do that. Word to the wise, do it early. So if you do want to explore Medicare Advantage or Medicare supplements or Part D plans, or you got more questions about when and how you can enroll, hey, contact me. You got my phone number here. I am licensed in Arkansas, Oklahoma, and Texas, and would be glad to help you out. Now, if you're outside that area, shoot me an email. Be glad to see if I can get you connected with someone in your area that can do that. Now, if you would like a personal appointment, I would be glad to do that. If we're able to meet in person, we can do that. Otherwise, we can set up a time to meet over the phone and do everything like that. Thank you again so much. If you have questions, you can leave that in the comments below, or you can shoot me an email or give me a call and be glad to help you out. Thanks again so much for joining us for Medicare 101. Join us for the next one. How does Part A work? Thanks again.